Greetings YouTube, Yoda123 here, and I am your host, and I am back for another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. And in today's episode we are going to be making our way up to the tchia uplands, and we're also going to be taking on a hunt that does not actually appear in the clan primer. I'm also going to be showing you where you can find a useful spell on the way. Now, I've already picked up the hunt because I went on ahead and just did a little bit of level grinding and whatnot, but I'll show you where you can pick up the hunt from as it is en route. But before that, I've come back here because there's actually a few spells here that we can grab, and I wanted to make sure I got them during one of my videos so you guys would know where to get them from, because I'm trying to make sure that you guys know where to find everything. So the first one we have is Confuse, and the second one is Faraga. So with that done, we can now move on. So from here we're going to be heading, when I stop getting tripped up by these hunters, we're going to be heading east from here, so let's chop to it. Now I'm going to basically dash all the way up there now to try and save a bit of time. Sorry guys, just had to reply to a text, I do apologise. So now we want to go northeast. Feel free to collect all the treasure chests and whatnot. I've already been and done it. There isn't anything in any of these chests that I should point out to you guys as far as I'm aware. So the spell that we're going for is actually the one I've got casted right now, called Float. And as you can see, it lets me go over the tracks without setting them off. Quite a handy little spell really. So I do recommend having a few remedies or status alignment removers at the ready, because for where the spell is that we're going for, the float spell, there are a lot of Mulbras hanging around there, and they do like to dish out their bad breaths. And for those of you that are familiar with Final Fantasy will know that the bad breath is the move that Mulbras are infamous for, and it casts every sodding status alignment under the sun. Okay, you don't necessarily get affected with them all, but you've got a good chance of being infected with a fair few of them, depending on what your team's set up like, what your resistances are like, things like that, and also luck of the draw. Ooh, getting myself mixed up. Okay, so this is our first stop. I'll use the save point while I'm here to just restock my HP and my MP. And the petitioner for the hunt we are doing is this guy just here, Arcadian Wayfinder, who will give you the key to where we need to go to do the hunt. But before that, we're going to go get that spell. So from here, we're going to need to battle our way through these Mulbra. Getting some good level ups now as well, which is always useful. So from here we want to go to where the other save point is and cut across. And the float spell is just up this hill here. I've already picked it up so it won't appear for me, but it's usually roughly around It's either in front of this boulder or the other one here. I'm not sure which one of the two it was, but it's definitely in this little section here. So if I just pull up the map, you can see where I am on the map. I'll just zoom it out a little bit. So we're bottom left. Right, that now takes us to the hunt in question, and for that we need to make our way towards the well, it's a dungeon, I forget its name. I'll remember it when we get there, I should think. And when you start the battle, you're going to want to have a couple of players, well, characters using D-Spell, because they do have a lot of enhancements on them, such as haste, protect, shell, and a few other bits. So I'd strongly advise removing those first, otherwise yeah, you're going to have a hard time taking them out. I tried taking them out off camera just to see whether my team was ready to deal with them, and my team were ready. I just screwed up. I set my team up wrong and I ended up getting pummeled, unfortunately. But this time round I'm pretty confident that I can deal with them. Right, where are we? Let me just get my bearings set, guys. I think I've gone the wrong way. I have. Can I get there from this side? No, I can't. Right, I need to go back on myself a sec. I took the wrong exit. It's this exit we want, and then from here we need to make our way northeast. And we want the very top exit over here. Oh shit. I've got people that have been petrified, or being petrified. Oh no. I've been silenced as well, that's really not helpful. Right, first things first, let's get rid of that, if I can find what I'm looking for. Oh dear, I have a bit of a problem here. I am out of gold needles, it would appear. Oh no, I'm not. Scratch that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going blind, apparently. What? How am I still about to be petrified? I just cured that. Don't tell me there was more than one of them that was petrified. Oh, bugger. Right, let's try and see if we can't clear some of these status alignments out of the way a second. I suspect that the Mulder probably had a part to play in this. Did not realise he had a Zuna. That's very helpful. No, we don't want regen right now, we just want that one. There we go. Sorted. I'll just switch back to my normal party leader and we will continue. So from here we want to head northwest. And the cave entrance we want is literally just behind me. So we'll go and make our way on in. And we have got a bit of a cutscene now, so I'll be quiet.
Hey, you sure this rabbit hole's really the way into Arcades?
Better a hare unseen than a rat in a trap. And again, if you'd prefer to go knocking on the front gates of the city, be my guest.
But what about once we're inside? Won't the city watch find us? We'll do what we can to blend into the crowd. Our names may be notorious, but our faces are not far known.
True, true. You're a princess and we didn't even recognize you.
I noticed.
Okay, so now we'll make our way up through the cave to the palace. If you've picked up the float spell, then I strongly advise using it in here because there are a lot of traps. So if you've been following my guide, then you should have the float spell now. Right. I'm going to just set up a few gambits here to try and sort out a few little bits. Which actually, one moment. I should probably have unlocked a few more of these, I think. That should do it. Right. So, what we want here is... if I can just find it, there it is. So like I said, when you go into this battle, I strongly advise having these spells set up. We're going to do the same here with Penello as well. And I've dropped the speed down to 2 times as well, because these guys do move quite quickly and can hit hard if you're not careful. So just to play it safe, I've reduced my team's speed a little bit so that we're not getting wailed on too quickly. So this is the Sochin Cave Palace. I think it's pronounced Sochin. Like I said in my previous videos, I'm not very good with pronunciations. Anyway, so here's our hunt. And they're not particularly difficult to take out if you can remove all of their enhancements. And of course they do like to fucking, excuse my language, cast sleep as well. I mean, essentially you could throw out a mist as well. I'll go and do this one manually, I think, since Ash is refusing. You know what? Just because I can, I'm going to chuck out a mist as well. Just because I can. I know I don't need to, but it's there, so I might as well use it. Could easily have taken them out without the aid of a mist charge, I reckon, but I figured it's there, might as well use it. No point in having it if you don't use it.
I must be strong. Here goes. No holding back. I got it.
So I'm hoping to at least cap off 2 of them with this blast. Wow, we're getting quite a lot of mischarge today.
I must be strong.
Damn, just couldn't move quickly enough that time. There we go, that's 2 of them down. That's another 2 down. Where's the other one gone? Oh, there he is. Oh dear. Well, that was a bit of a desperate move from him. In that case, let's... There we go. And of course we get a nice little cutscene. Let's see if we can't have Van just sort us out a second. So, oh, you've got poison remover, that's helpful. Okay, so for now we can turn that D-spell gambit back off. And now we'll go ahead and make our way back and hand our hunt in. So now we need to make our way back across the plains here. Oh, for God's sake, not again. Those things are really starting to get irritating now. I think it's more the silent status alignment that does me in the most, because it stops me from doing everything. And I've noticed that in this game it's so heavily magic based. So we get 1,000 gil and 3 remedies for our troubles. Right, well, I'm going to leave the episode here, and in our next episode we will go back to the Sochan Cave Palace, and we shall continue our journey towards Arcades, as that is where we have to go in order to get to Arcades. But I mean, if you're not ready to follow me there just yet, you're welcome to carry on exploring this area and training a bit more. But hopefully you'll join me next time. And I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye for now.